Welcome, one and all, whoever may be watching this, part 2, Rosewater. Let me tell you about the craziest thing that happened yesterday when I was editing video 1. What's-her-face, Haley, me playing Haley, whatever, walked into the saloon, it was like this core childhood memory was unlocked. And there was this game that we used to play. It had to have been back in the 90s, called Western Bar. And it was like a Casio game, kind of like a Game Boy, but like purely just for this one game. Like, I watched a video of the gameplay and was like, oh my gosh, this is such a 90s game. But it was like something that I hadn't even thought of for like 20 plus years. Like, just, we played it, we had it, we don't have it anymore. Completely forgotten. And then just for some reason when I entered the saloon, or sort of that part of the editing, it was just kind of like, whoa, this huge flashback to this really simple as game. Anyways, let's jump into this one. That was my little moment. So I think my plan is going to be to try and upload a couple of videos over the weekend and maybe see if I can get into a bit of a groove just uploading on the weekends. I've chosen kind of the wrong time to do it though, because I'm actually going away next weekend. So I'm going to have to, between like work and everything else, try to get videos recorded and edited. So here's hoping. So I'm just heading back here because obviously we've got to get into the blacksmith. Oh, and I also realized, so the instructions that popped up and then disappeared, if I hold down I, that opens up my inventory. However, pressing I again doesn't close the inventory. All right, that's escape. That's sort of needless buttons there. Or I can just come up here and it's right here too. And then I think it was if I hold down O, it shows me everything I can sort of interact with. Oh, let's look at the puddle.
I hope that isn't the town water supply.
All right, cool.
Looks sturdy, but there's some rot creeping around the handles.
I wonder if our doctor friend can help us at all. Because like the emphasis... Oh, this is the guy who got thrown out the window.
I see you've gotten a new patient since my last visit.
Indeed. Had a nasty fall from the Rosewater post's second floor window. Never a dull moment around here.
Can I talk to him?
He doesn't look half bad, all things considered.
No, he was lucky. Once I'm done here and the laudanum wears off, he should be right as rain.
Oh, okay, so he's like out for the count? No worries, bro. Squeeto. Hold up. What's this?
What's in the pouch?
Oh, just some supplies for house calls and emergencies.
If I were to take it... Yoink! Alright, I don't know how that's going to help us, but we've got it. Let's check out the spittoon.
That's impressively clean.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, as they say, and good health starts with good hygiene.
Alright, so this doesn't help us pick the lock. So let's go back to the sheriff's office, because maybe this whole situation has triggered some kind of situation there. We can grab the lockpick. But I am also thinking there's this heavy emphasis on the fact that the door, like, it's weak or there's something going on there, which makes me wonder if I need to get, like, a pickaxe. Good sir, could I just borrow that, please?
Welcome back, Miss Leger.
Hey, Sheriff?
What can I do you for?
Were you aware that a man was thrown from the window at the Rosewater post?
Is that right? Who was it?
Never saw him before. Looked New Spanish.
Is he alive?
Yes, he's in Doc Sedgwick's care.
Well, that's good. Sounds like I need to have words with Joni, though.
Thanks for the chat, Sheriff.
Come back anytime.
Ah, dang it. I was kind of like, I was hoping he'd be like, let me go talk to Joni now. And then we could just,
I can't just swipe these from right under his nose.
do we have some chloroform?
Pretty common-looking leather pouch. The stuff inside isn't of much use to me.
Oh, so can we maybe swap them out?
I can't swap the bags with the sheriff sitting right there.
Well, get rid of him then.
Hey, Sheriff?
What can I do you for?
Just how long have you been the sheriff here anyway?
Oh, a couple years now. Like most everyone else, I came to Rosewater in '48 when we thought the hills were full of Orem. Except I stayed when it turned out they weren't.
You were a prospector?
Yep. But it turns out lawman was a more stable career.
A man in your position must have plenty to say about the town he serves.
Suppose that's true. But a stroll down Main will tell you most everything you need to know.
Anything of interest in the surrounding area?
Not really. The San Bernardino Valley don't offer much in the way of sightseeing. There's an army fort, Fort Beaumont, and an abandoned relic that used to be a laboratory. There's also an Indian village on the other side of the valley. But you'll want to steer clear. I've heard tell they can be real territorial. But all that's outside my jurisdiction. When you leave my town, you're taking your chances out there.
Can you tell me about Joan Gallagher?
Whew, I've yet to meet anyone with a more fiery temper. My advice is to stay on Joni's good side. You don't want to end up going out the window like that poor bastard.
Are you acquainted with Lola Johnson?
Not really. She mostly keeps to herself. As long as she don't cause trouble, I'm willing to overlook the squatting.
I saw a lady coming out of the saloon earlier. She was older, fancy looking, sounded old country. Any idea who that is?
Can't say it rings any bells. Wonder what someone like that'd be doing in Rosewater.
Thanks for the chat, Sheriff.
Come back anytime.
All right, so
What a peculiar decoration. Hey, Sheriff?
Miss Leger?
Why have you got a horseshoe hanging above the door?
Ah, glad you asked.
quick, he's moved. Go,
My
switch the bag.
grandpappy told me a story about a blacksmith who was visited by the devil.
He's still close enough to see me.
The devil asked the smith to make him a horseshoe for his own hoofed feet, you see. So, the blacksmith took a red-hot horseshoe and nailed it straight onto one of his hooves. The devil howled out in pain. He begged the blacksmith to take it off again. The smith agreed, but on one condition. The devil must always respect the horseshoe and never enter any place where one is hung above the door. Hell of a story, wouldn't you say?
Sure. Okay, so that was still too close. What about the guns?
Hey, Sheriff?
Miss Leger?
What's the story with these guns?
Now these are standard issue repeaters. Pretty powerful rifles.
He's still close enough to see me.
Oh,
Thankfully, I've yet to use
How am
one
I
in the
supposed to
line
do
of
this?
duty. Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of one of
maybe
these.
over here. Okay. We're getting this sussed out. I thought we actually might have to make a commotion outside and lure him.
Hey, Sheriff?
Huh?
Who are the people in this photo?
Those are my sisters, Lord bless them.
Get up, tell me your family story. Good job, man.
Reba married an oil man. I think they're living in some big mansion on the coast somewhere.
Got him.
That's how it's done. I like this game. I'm on the same level as this game. I don't feel stupid just yet. Alright, so I guess, do I need to read how this works? Oh, what button do I press? D. Okay, what kind of lock is it, I guess? So it just looks like a padlock. So wiggle the key to start the fun, then take the snake for a long, long run. What kind of lock-picking tip is that? Alright, hopefully this isn't like every other game where you've got like a limited supply.
This should be easy to pick. Just have to remember that rhyme I taught Bill. Good thing I wrote it down in my journal.
Yeah, something about a snake. I don't remember. Wiggle the key to start the fun, then take the snake for a long, long run. What does that even mean? My goodness. Alright, so...
I should have this open in no time. It's just like the rhyme. Learned it by heart as a tyke and scribbled it down for posterity.
Yeah, I'm aware. How are we doing this? I don't know how to pick these locks. Can you help me, please? Alright, stop what you're doing. Okay, or don't. I don't know. Go back.
I should have this open in no time. It's just like the rhyme. Learned it by heart as a tyke and scribbled it down for posterity.
Okay, so if we maybe assume the heads of these resemble anything. I mean, this one kind of looks like a snake.
A snake pick.
Yeah,
Best
okay, there we
type
go.
for getting the job done quickly.
So then do we even need that? Alright, stop wiggling.
Fantastic.
That was such a fluke. How the hell was I supposed to know to go 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, or whatever directions I went in? My goodness.
The Smithy's cold furnace. No watch, just old Ash.
Oh, that's right. We're looking for the watch, aren't we?
Well now, what have we here?
Take it all.
Got what I came for. Best not to stick around.
Wait, no. Oh, there's more to search. Get back in there.
I'm not really in the mood to tempt fate.
Oh, whatever. All right. Jeez, that lock picking was rough. If you understand how to interpret a long, long run, please feel free to mention it in the comments.
Here's your watch back.
No fooling. You actually got it?
They didn't used to call me Housebreaker Harley for nothing.
Hey, I'm impressed.
Anyways, that's my part of the bargain held up. You gonna let me in now?
Sure, go on. Oh, and thanks. I know we've had our tiffs, but I really do appreciate you getting this for me. My dear departed pa can rest easy again knowing his watch is back where it belongs.
That's not your watch at all, is it?
Well, it is now.
Kid, if I were you, I'd make myself scarce. Otherwise, the only way you'll be able to tell the time on that thing is by squatting over a mirror. You get me?
Yes, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, are you ready for some thrills? Are you ready for some excitement? Are you ready for some fun?
Woohoo! Yeah!
Then without further ado, may I present the star of our show, the last man standing at the Bleachbone Gulch Showdown. The only man to defeat bastard Billy Boakes in a duel. The man who discovered a gentleman, then gifted it to an orphanage. Gentleman Jake Ackerman!
Yahoo! Thank you, Charlie, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gentleman Jake's Wild West. We got a heck of a performance for you today, but first, allow me to introduce my brave and loyal assistant, Danny Luo. Now let's get this show on the road. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you rope a steer. Keep it going, Danny. Maybe you'll lasso yourself one someday.
Woo-wee!
The sun beat down upon them as the duelists stood and stared. But Billy Boakes had never fought. Somebody so prepared. Jake drew his gun. And bang! The bastard crashed down with a thud. The legendary foe lay dead, defeated, in the mud.
Yahoo! Get him!
And now for a most challenging proposition, perhaps the greatest feat of marksmanship to which a man can set his sights. You see those 5 juggling balls that Charlie keeps whirling aloft in such a dizzying display? Ladies and gentlemen, affix your eyes on that green ball in particular, and do not dare blink. For with but a single bullet, I will pluck it from the very air.
Yeah! Amazing!
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our show. Thank you all so much. You've been a truly magnanimous, magnificent, and majestic audience.
And you can take home a piece of the legend. Come on down to the Jack of Diamonds to get an autograph or a souvenir ferrotype. We'll be there until last call. Stop by and shake hands with Gentleman Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
She doesn't have any thoughts on what we just witnessed. She just walks out, and that's that.
I'm telling you, Jake, I need that money tonight.
You knew the deal going in, Charlie. There's nothing I can do about it.
We'll see about that.
Hope I'm not interrupting, gentlemen.
My friend here was just saying his farewells. Weren't you, Charlie? Please do pardon that unpleasant display. What can I do for you, my dear?
Name's Harley Leger. I'd like to interview you for the Rosewater Post.
Well, shucks, it would be my pleasure, Miss Leger. Shall we go upstairs to my room? Beats standing out here in the dust.
Lead on.
Miss Leger, permit me to introduce my associate, Danny Luo.
We've met, actually. Not formally, I suppose. Nice to properly make your acquaintance, Miss Leger.
Likewise, Mr. Luo.
Please, you can call me Danny. Everybody does.
So what did you think of the show? Pretty spectacular, huh?
Yes, that's definitely the word for it.
I'm glad you think so. Shall we proceed with the interview?
Right.
All right, let's just have a look at these questions. I'm not sure if it's going to be the case of like having to ask the right question or if we can just go through and ask all of these questions.
How did you come to pick Rosewater as your latest venue?
Simple. Plenty of folk in this town are looking for a good show. I ain't so hoity-toity as to think El Presidio or Los Virgenes are the only places worth visiting. After spending all day bent double over a pan in a creek or working his keister off down in a mine, a man is entitled to some amusement, wouldn't you say?
You're clearly a man of great deeds. Which would you say has been your greatest?
I value all my accomplishments equally, Miss Leger. To single any one out would diminish the others. I couldn't bring myself to do that.
What a noble sentiment.
I like to think so.
Is there anything that frightens the mighty gentleman Jake?
You know, somebody once told me, fear is only as deep as the mind allows. When you deal with the type of folks out on the frontier that I do, marauders, bandits, desperados, your fears have got to be shallow. Otherwise, you won't last 2 seconds.
What's something nobody knows about you? Give me something juicy.
I'm something of an open book, Miss Leger. Keeping secrets ain't really my modus operandi.
Come on, everyone's got secrets.
Oh, I think you'll find I'm not like most folk.
Hey, Jake, don't you have an appointment with Miss Sally this evening?
Damn, you're right. Sorry to cut things short, Miss Leger. I've got another engagement I need to prepare for.
I should have plenty for my article. I appreciate your time.
Well, I look forward to reading your story in the next edition. Danny, see the lady out, would you?
Good meeting you, Danny. Guess I'll see you around. Not to worry, gents. Jake's all yours. Hey, you were in the show. Nice juggling.
Thank you, ma'am. Jake, get your ass out here right now, you four-flusher.
Now, what's all the ruckus?
Don't play the fool with me, Ackerman. You know damn well why I'm here. You might think you can give me the runaround, but I wonder if my friends here won't convince you to pay up.
Charlie. Didn't anybody ever tell you only cowards get others to solve their problems for them?
You slum-guzzling bastard. I'm gonna fix that wobbling jaw of yours.
Come on up here, then.
Are you sure you won't reconsider, Charlie?
Shut the hell up and get out of my way. McGuire, take care of the kid. Let's dance, cowboy.
I suggest you clear out while you can, little lady. This could get ugly.
From where I'm standing, it's pretty damn ugly already. Hey!
So that's how you want it, huh? Fine. I'll let the boss deal with you when he's done.
Yeah, punch.
We can do this all day.
All right.
Hey! Don't start any trouble, lady.
So I can't take it?
Hey! Don't start any trouble,
Oh,
lady.
oh, press the button. I get how this works. Yeah.
Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, nice one.
Not the most honorable way of winning a fight, but these boys were hardly playing fair.
Hey, Charlie. Looks like your guys weren't as tough as you hoped.
Whoo-wee! That got the old blood pumping.
You've got some interesting associates, Mr. Ackerman. If you'll excuse me, I have an article to write.
Hang on just a minute. I'd be a fool to just let you walk away after that performance. Come on back up here. I've got a business proposition that may interest you.
What about Miss Sally?
Oh, she can wait. All right, Miss Leger, I won't beat around the bush. Danny and I are looking to get some folks together for a job, and I think you'd make a damn fine addition to the team.
What sort of job?
Ever hear of Dr. Bennett Clark?
No, I don't think I have.
He was the lead scientist researching that ethericity stuff. Before the ban, that is. Dr. Clark moved out here not long after the big disaster back in Lamplight City. He kept up his research, even did some demonstrations at the Opera House. Till one day, he just up and vanished. Nobody's seen hide nor hair of him in nearly a year.
And you want to go looking for him?
Oh, I want to go looking all right. The thing is, we're going in search of Dr. Clark's fortune.
Come again?
The feller was loaded. Somehow he managed to talk a bunch of big money investors from back east into financing his research. All those gizmos and doodads don't come cheap, you know? We find his stash, we'll all be rolling in it for years to come.
Stash? What stash? Surely it's all just numbers on a ledger somewhere.
Nope, I'm telling you, he kept his assets in cold, hard cash.
So you're looking to rob a man blind just because nobody knows where he is?
Now, nothing so uncouth as that. Picture this, a swashbuckling pirate captain, his vessel freighted with treasure. The vast fleets of law and order circling him, closing in. He digs a hole in the sands of some sun-kissed tropical beach to conceal his ill-gotten loot and makes himself scarce. Circumstance conspires to deprive him of the opportunity to return. Now, is the brave treasure hunter who seeks and unearths the bounty guilty of robbery? Or is he just returning to the world what would otherwise lie forgotten and worthless? See, we're not after Clark's personal wealth. The money in question was meant to bankroll his etheric research. Since that's been outlawed, he can't touch it. And it's a drop in the ocean for the investors. They'll never miss it.
How many folks are you planning on bringing into this?
That depends on what we find. But I promise you, we'll all get a fair split. Enough to make it all worthwhile.
What's your plan?
Clark had a lab nearby, a couple miles outside of town. Last place anybody saw him. We poke around there, retrace his steps, and it should lead us straight to the loot.
Uh-huh.
Now, call me crazy, but I get the impression you're not entirely convinced.
Why on earth would you think that? A couple of folks I don't know from Adam asked me to help them hunt for some money that probably doesn't even exist. How could I not be convinced?
I admit we're asking you to put a lot of faith in us. Hell, I'd probably be just as incredulous were I in your position.
Mr. Ackerman's a good man, Miss Leger. He's never led me astray in all the time I've known him.
I appreciate it, Danny, but I think Miss Leger's gonna need a little more than just your word. Look, I've known quite a few moneyed folk in my time. They all got one thing in common. You know what that is?
They couldn't give a rat's ass about folks like you and me.
I admit I cannot emphatically contradict you there, but not what I meant.
So what do they have in common?
They're good at keeping their money safe. Clark's cash is out there. I just know it. As far as your safety, you just took out a couple of brutes twice our size. It's plain to see you can take care of yourself.
I'm pretty good with my pistols, and Mr. Ackerman can talk his way out of anything. but we could use somebody who's good in a fight.
Besides, stick around old Jake long enough and you'll have enough material to write a whole book. Forget a measly little write-up in the local rag. I'm offering you a front row seat to a much better show. So, what do you say?
All right, Mr. Ackerman. I'm in. At the very least, this venture should make for an interesting tale.
I'm pleased to hear you say that.
You won't regret this, Miss Leger.
We'll set out for the lab at daybreak. And please, call me Jake.
Dr. Clark's laboratory is a short hike from Rosewater. After getting run out of Lamplight City, this is where he went to ground. A secluded desert facility where he could get up to who knows what. Jake, Danny, and I head there at first light to see what secrets he left behind.
Quite a sight, ain't it?
I'll say. What the hell was Clark doing out here?
That's a question for minds greater than ours, Miss Leger.
Alright, I think this will be an excellent place to leave things. Just got an autosave, and obviously we've now got the main story, I guess you could call it. And typical Western, we're here to find the riches and become wealthy people who will help the town of Rosewater or something. I don't know. I, to be honest, haven't really watched many Westerns. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye!